Today on Leafscope, why couldn't the Leafs score on the power play? A huge impact only 32 seconds in. Who left the game? And the Leafs up 2-0 going into the third. Nothing crazy would happen, right? Welcome to Leafscope. As always, I'm your host, Peter Bojarinov. Leafs leading 2-0 going into the second, but find ways to lose the game 3-2 to finish the third. Trending now, Bernier delivers a gift to the Carolina Hurricanes. Ouch, yeah. On the winning goal, basically he screws up and the puck goes in off his foot. Ron Hainsey, with just under 7 minutes left in the third period, dumps it down the ice, and Leafs thinking that with the hybrid icing that it's already icing. The ref waves it off because he thinks that Dvorak is closer to the puck than Riley, who's going to get it on the other side of the boards. Puck goes off the backboards, and Bernier, being lackadaisical and not paying attention, lets the puck hit him in the back of the skate and into the back of the net. And the Canes take the lead and win the game because of that gift from Jonathan Bernier. Funny thing is, that's Hainsey's goal, back-to-back games, a lucky goal obviously. And before the game, the goal that he had last game, he hadn't scored in almost 3 years. Last time being March 12th, 2011. Time for the Rocks and Stars. And as always, we start with the Rocks. First off, I want to say the Leafs' first line looked pretty invisible, being now with JVR out and Raymond filling in. And as well, Kadri had some bad penalties. But the main Rocks go with, again, Paul Ranger. Had another bad game after a few games. He played okay. Tonight, especially the first period, had a really bad first period. Couple of big giveaways that led to scoring chances, and he was caught flat-foot on one, and I believe it was Skinner who just skated easily by him and almost scored. Bernier had to make a big save on that one. Just can't see it, and I wouldn't mind, him getting... And it was very obvious that Carlisle noticed it too, and he ended up getting very little ice time as the game went on. Another big rock, the Leafs power play. I was saying before, the Leafs power play has looked really strong this season. Tonight was the worst by far. They were 0 for 4 on the power play, and I think they only had about 3 shots. Two main reasons. Number one, Canes actually looked really aggressive on the PK. They were strong and aggressive and couldn't get the Leafs to settle that puck. And because of that, they never really settled the puck and they never got any really good scoring chances. The other second one was JVR is out. And JVR has probably been the most deadliest on the Leafs power play in the early going in this season. And because of that, that leads... before I go to there, also want to say the Leafs defense really needs to step up and help on the power play and offensively, as they only have 1 goal so far in this early season by Dion Phaneuf, and that will also help the power play if the Leafs shooting can get through and get the pucks through, get Franzen to get some more shots on net. That leads me to my next thing with bad power play, is also Mason Raymond didn't have a very good game. I say that because he actually had a career high with 25 minutes. Why did he have a career high? Well, because he was playing top line and he got a lot of ice time on both the PK and the power play. He had a pretty good first period, and I thought the Leafs actually played a pretty good overall first period. Raymond had good chances in the first period, got robbed by 1 or 2 times by Ward. The second one, really big chance, and he robbed him. After that, Raymond, also with Kessel and Bozak, that first line looked invisible, and Raymond was the most obvious, that was the most invisible with that amount of ice time. He's got to play better. And, of course, that also means we need JVR back to help the first line, and even depth with the other guys back, because it's going to be a struggle with so many guys out and not having that top offensive talent in the lineup. Now the Stars. Yes, the Leafs let them come back into the game, and they were really lackadaisical in the third period, but they had a strong first period, and they capitalized in the second period by the main 2 stars. Josh Leivo scores his first NHL goal. Congrats, Joshua. He played well in the amount of minutes that he had. Played hard. Also, Joffrey Lupul. He's been playing pretty good so far this season, and tonight wasn't any different. Scored a big goal. all from hard work. Went down the ice, tried to push for the goal, couldn't score, but he whacked and whacked and whacked away and finally got that puck in the net. Good job, Lupul. Third star, I thought Cody Franzen actually had a pretty good game. He had a couple of steals, hits, block shots, just pretty overall good sound game from him. I would like to see him play a little more aggressive, but it's a little bit hard to when he's playing a lot with like guys like Riley, a rookie. Again, Riley's playing pretty good, but again, he's a rookie. And it's hard to trust him 100% in his own end and back him up, especially when Riley's trying to be a lot aggressive, or Paul Ranger when he's playing with, who might make a couple of errors. So it'd be great to have Mark Frazier back so Cody can play more of his aggressive offensive game. Hustle of the night has to go to the captain, Dion Phaneuf. He had some nice big hits. Led the game with 7. Good sound overall game, and he ate up a lot of minutes with almost 25 minutes of ice time. Impact of the game has got to be Josh Leivo's knee colliding with James Reimer's temple. Ouch. Knocks him right out of the game, only 32 seconds in. That was a big one, big change, and I was actually surprised that the Leafs weren't shaken. Especially with Bernier, who's been playing well this year, came and filled in for Reimer. In my opinion, I still think Reimer put himself in a bad position. The big difference between Reimer and Bernier, I've always been saying, they're both great goalies, but Reimer bobbles the puck too much. And that happened in that instance again. Puck, not a great hard shot, just right at the chest, and he just let it go, bobbled it maybe a little bit, let it go, and he tried to recover. Put himself in harm's way, and then came Leivo's knee and impacted him and took him out of the game. Leafs are saying that Reimer should be fine for practice, but they took him out, of course, for precautionary reasons, especially with Reimer's history. My big recommendation is for Leafs to just let this game go. Yeah, Bernier screwed up. It was a lucky, bad bounce goal. Just let it go and let it be and refocus on the next game. It happens. Just move on. Don't let that goal define them for the next week or month or so. Just let it go and move on. Use it as anger to let them strike back and play harder the next few games. And that's what the Leafs got to do. Move on and use it as fuel to let them fight harder. Again, if you have any questions for Leafscope, remember just tweet @Leafscope or email leafscope@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.